It's such a well-constructed show, and it's right for now. It's right for today's audiences. I absolutely agree. There are very few shows that you come out and you think, do you know what? I'd really love to see that again. It's the same feeling for us in the cast. You sort of truck along doing your show, and then you come to the end and there's this ovation. Last night, I'm not joking, last night, we don't know why it happened, where it came from, but it was like the opening night. From the get-go, from the moment that the orchestra started playing the overture, the audience were up. So that gave us a little charge. We came out and we delivered a show that was like the opening night. And we had the same reaction. On 3 levels, everyone's standing. But it's moments like that that will take you as a performer by surprise, and you think, we really are in something special, and we don't take this for granted.
Oh, I mean, Hairspray is an amazing show, and I'm so honoured and proud to be playing the role of Motormouth. It's a great role, and I've been wanting to play it for years, since it first came out before it came out in the West End. I wanted to play it in the West End. So, yeah, it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done, and I'm just very, very grateful to be a part of this family. Really, really honoured.
It's about many different things. I think it's about going after your dreams, no matter what, no matter who tells you, no matter whether somebody tells you not to or that you can't do it, which I definitely relate to. I stopped dancing as a teenager because I was told I was too fat to ever be a dancer. I think it's about accepting people for who they are. I think it's about going after your dreams. There's so many different things that the show can be about, but basically it's a 16-year-old girl who wants to be a dancer, but she doesn't look like any of the teenagers on the Corny Collins show, which is this big dance show after school, which is kind of like a sock hop on television every night, kind of like Dick Clark. And she falls in love with the show, and she wants to be a dancer, and her mother tells her she can't. And she winds up going auditioning and getting on the show. And she befriends this black kid in detention because she's a little bit of a rebel. She gets in trouble, even though she doesn't mean to. She winds up getting in trouble and being thrown into detention. And there's a young kid named Seaweed, who is a young black man who dances on the show on Negro Day. They only do Negro Day once a month. And so what happens is she doesn't understand. She doesn't get it, because as far as she's concerned is that Seaweed is her friend. She doesn't understand why they have to be segregated. And so she gets this, off the top of her head, she's like, oh, well, let's segregate it. Let's, we're gonna crash Mother-Daughter Day, which is a special show. And one thing just, piles on top of the other, and it kind of spins out of control and out of what she thought it would turn into. She never thought that she'd be, I don't want to give it away, but she winds up in jail, and she just never thought things would happen the way they turned out, because she's not an activist.
Well, the interesting thing about this show is I think it has appeal for everyone. It's a show for outcasts. It's a show for obese people, African Americans, all the strange people in the world. We all have a chance. We'll all have our day. And it makes people happy to watch a show like this, saying, that could happen to me too. It's wonderful. And I think it has universal appeal.
And she's confident. Like, in the show, there are a couple of insults thrown her way, and the direction I was given was always to just not to hear them. And that really helps. And I try in my own life, to be a bit more like that. But yeah, she doesn't hear them. She's so confident. She just doesn't really care what people think about her. She just does it anyway.
This is my 8th Broadway show. I've never seen anything like it. It's a great show. We knew it was fun, and we had fun doing it when we were rehearsing it, but we didn't know how the audience would receive it, and we're just so glad that they've taken it to their hearts the way we have. I go home knowing that at least 1,500 people have been touched every night, and that the immediacy of the live audience, there's nothing like it. It's thrilling, and it's thrilling to have people come up to me after the show and tell me, I listened to number 14 on the CD, and how it's moved me and changed my life. It's been quite gratifying all the way around.